Happy New Year, everyone. We've got a brand new year ahead of us, and this is also my first video of the year. I'm going to be talking about my December wrap-up, which I meant to film last month but never got around to it. So I read 3 books last month. The first book I read was Girl with a Pearl Earring by Tracy Chevalier. This was a reread, but I still liked it a lot. This is historical fiction set in the 1600s in the Netherlands. And it's about a girl who goes to work as a maid for the painter Vermeer and ends up immortalized in a painting forever. Book number 2 was My First 5 Husbands by Rue McClanahan. This is an autobiography from one of the 4 women in the TV show The Golden Girls, which I like a lot. It's super funny. And Rue is very funny too in this book. And I thought her life was very interesting to read about, and like I was saying, her sense of humor showed through her writing. And the last book I read in December was Dash and Lily's Book of Dares by Rachel Cohen and David Levithan. I meant to read a couple Christmassy books, but I only got to this one. The other one I wanted to read was Skipping Christmas by John Grisham, which next year I will hopefully. Well, this year actually. Anyway, Dash and Lily was such a cute couple, and this was such a cute funny book. It's set at Christmas time in New York City, which sounds amazing. And Lily leaves a notebook of instructions behind in the Strand, which is a giant bookstore in New York, which I would love to see. And Dash finds it, and they pass the notebook back and forth, and adventures ensue. It was very fun. And I definitely want to watch the TV show now, even more. So those are the 3 books I read in December. And then I also thought that I would talk about just my reading stats for last year. So last year I read 77 books, and my goal was 52, so I smashed that. I read 22,258 pages. The longest book I read was The Other Boleyn Girl by Philippa Gregory, which was 661 pages. And the shortest book I read was Shrek by William Steig, which was only 32 pages, because it's for children. That's a good way to realize to read kids' books because they're short. I read 72 fiction books and 5 non-fiction books. Now I'm going to talk about the genres. I read 8 historical fiction, 9 fantasy fiction, 19 contemporary fiction, 36 classics fiction, and non-fiction I already said was 5. Then I was just going to talk about the age group. Not that I think books are set for a certain age. Well, I guess children's are, but I mean obviously adults can read children as well. So I read 20 adult books, 31 kid books, and 26 YA or teen books. And then there's some other stats. I had 3 rereads this year. I started 3 series this year, and I finished 5 series. I find that series are something that's hard to finish. You read one and then you just don't get to the other, so I have tons of series that I would like to finish. So those were my, I guess wrapping up my reading for last year. Let me know what you read in December, or what you want to read in January, or just anything really about reading or otherwise. And I will see you in the next one.